Episode 6 of the Wheel Time series on Prime, the episode where Matt gazes off. Hello and welcome back to my channel. As you can see in the title, this is my review of episode 6 of the Wheel Time series on Prime. Sorry this didn't come out yesterday. I was reading a bit of One Piece in Wheel Time, so don't, I got a little lazy there, but, yeah, so spoiler free, and then spoilers, and then I will have a tiny question to the book readers out there. This whole spoiler thing, or the whole spoiler review will be, spoilers without book, so it'll be, like, just the show. But I will have a tiny part at the end, just talking about, just a question I have to the book fans. So, yeah, spoiler free people who have not read or saw the show at all. Personally, episode 6 was one of my least favorites. I felt it did feel like, I don't know, the episodes feel very, very rushed for some reason. Like, spoiler free, what else do I have to say? Oh, I was listening to Brandon Sanderson's, podcast. You should check it out, it's actually pretty cool. And he said that this, he's an executive producer, or consulting producer, I mean, and he said that it's not a scene by scene, but it gets the message across. So, and I really agree with this. He said it's not like Harry Potter or something like that, where they have they have scene by scenes, they have the quotes and all that, but the show doesn't have the quotes, and they don't have the certain scenes that are exactly from the book, but they get the general message across that the scene in the book is supposed to come across. So I really like that, what Brandon Sanderson said in the podcast, and I totally agree. Like, I'm really enjoying the show right now, but it is very different from the book. I shouldn't say very, but it is different. A few other spoiler-free things. Do I have any? There's beautiful shots, in this episode. That's probably one of my favorite things. There was like a sunset behind Tar Valon, and then there's like the Amyrlin eagle's eye view or bird's eye view, and it did feel that looked really pretty fake, but it did look really cool just seeing how high the ceiling went. And I don't know, the shots in this were really amazing. So yeah, that's cool. I think that's the end of my spoiler free. Overall, I thought this would have probably stood at a 7 out of 10. Yeah, that's a good number. 7 out of 10. It's a little over, like, not bad, but, no, sorry, it is not bad. It's a little over bad. But I thought it was pretty good episode, but near the bottom. Okay, spoiler for the show. If you have not watched the show, go watch it, come back, and do all that stuff. Okay, so one quick thing I want to say is, they say in the show, they say Tar Valon, but is it, okay, this is for the people who read the books or listen to audiobooks or whatever. Is it Tar Valon or Tar Valon? I don't know. I've always thought it was Tar Valon, but I don't. That's like a tiny pronunciation thing that I thought interesting. I want to. Am I right, or is it the other way that they say in the show? Okay, so my first point is when Moiraine said, just a few things to get across. Moiraine said, I didn't know she could channel, talking about Nynaeve to Liandrin when they're in the hall and they just got back. It's at the start of the show. And I was just wondering, isn't that a lie? Because yeah, that's a lie, because I said I can feel each other weaving, like doing the weaving. So if Moiraine, she obviously could have felt Nynaeve weaving, but she said in the show, I didn't know she could channel. So maybe the show's going a different route with like the rules or the magic system or something, where I said I can't feel each other weaving. But I just thought that was one thing I want to say. Like, was that a lie? She just broke a rule there? Or, I don't know. I just want to say that. This episode is mainly focused on the Aes Sedai, Moiraine, and the Amyrlin, and Egwene and Nynaeve. I'm actually getting, I don't know, I just really wanted to see more Matt and more Perrin and more Rand. Speaking of Matt, just to jump all the way to the end, that's really, like, it's really sad seeing Barney Harris go, because I think that was going to be probably his last scene in the entire show, because I think he had to leave the production, and then they just grabbed a shot of him outside and not going in. So I think he did not go in, and there's going to be like future consequences to that. I think he didn't go in because the actor had to go. So I just thought that was very sad. I was gonna come across, like, I had it in my notes. I was gonna be like, I didn't like the decision leaving Matt behind, and I would have liked that he went on, because there are some parts that Matt are a part of in the book. But I can't really say that now. I can't really critique the separation of Matt, because it's not the studio's fault, I guess. It's not even Barney Harris's fault. It probably was an outside thing or something. I don't know. I don't want to speculate. It's just sad seeing him go, and I think that's the best they could have done with the separation of Matt. So yeah, moving on. Like I said, it was mainly focused on the Aes Sedai, Moiraine, and the Amyrlin, and Egwene and Nynaeve. And this actually contributed to my feeling of being a little bored. I don't know, this episode did feel a little boring, less action-packed and more political-based, and I was not feeling it. I was looking for the action. What else do I have here? Quick thing here is there were a lot of Our World swears, or whatever you call them, and I was just like, I mean, I guess Our World is their world, but like their language has changed, and they have swears like light or blood and ashes or something. And I just I want them to have their world swears and not come into our world, because they had in this episode they had a lot of our world swears. Next is the transportation thing to the Amyrlin room or dream world. That's literally what I wrote. So is that I'm confused if that is that like a dream world, or is that, what was that? Oh, is that like a waygate in like a tiny box thing? Because they have a huge waygate at the end, but like is this like a tiny one? I actually thought this was the dream world at the start. And so yeah, people who've read the book, tell me in the comments. I'm confused if that was all a dream, or like did they all enter the same dream world, or I don't know. And yeah, I think that's the end of my spoiler review. That's the end of my notes. Overall, I put a 7 out of 10. I felt a tiny bit rushed, a little bit boring, and I just want to get to the final episodes where there will be some action. There will most definitely be action. And if I don't see the Green Bean guy, I'll be very mad. I want to see Green Bean. I don't even know his name. I'll just call him Green Man. And the last thing I want to talk about is book spoilers. Go on the timestamps to the outro if you want to finish the video, or just leave. I don't know. Read the books. Go read the 15-book series and then come back. I'm joking. Just read the first book. The first book. So people who have read the first book of the series, you don't have to read more. This is a question that I have to you. So please leave if you have not read it. This is very, 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 very big spoilers for the end of the series if you have not read the book. So this is book spoilers if coming in. People who have read the book, do you think Rand is not being shown enough, or to become like the Dragon Reborn? I feel like they're underplaying his presence a bit. He just seems like a background character now in this episode especially, and I feel like they're really putting a spotlight on Matt, especially Perrin, Egwene, and Nynaeve. I think Rand is like the last one. Like they're showing him the least, and I just feel like he's really being outshined by the rest of them. And I think they're not even leaving clues. Like it's not like the other ones are red herrings. They're not even leaving clues for Rand to be the Dragon Reborn. Like he hasn't done any magic. He hasn't done anything. I mean, I guess he does get a little angry, so that could be like him going insane, but that doesn't, everyone gets angry. So yeah, just question, tell me in the comments, put a little space under so it doesn't really show. I say book spoilers, obviously. And yeah, just, do you think he's being underplayed? I just feel like it will come out of very left field when people who have not read the book are like, wait, why is he the Dragon Reborn? Or maybe they're just all making Loial the Dragon Reborn. I mean, I'd be fine with Loial being the Dragon Reborn. So yeah, thanks for listening. This has been my review of episode 6 of the Wheel of Time series on Prime. Overall, pretty enjoyed it, really good, and can't wait to see the action-packed episodes coming next. See you next time.